Hi, and welcome to WakeTV. I'm your host, Alice Avery. We've got a lot of great stories to tell, so stay tuned. In November, the Wake County Animal Center received 2 sizable donations as well as a $10,000 grant from the Fidelity Charitable Board of Trustees. We sat down with Dr. Jennifer Federico, director of the Animal Center, to learn more about who they are and what they do.
The Wake County Animal Center is the government-run municipal shelter in the county. We are the only shelter that works with animal control in that they all bring all of their incoming strays, cruelty cases, anything to us here at the shelter. We take in typically up to 11,000 a year, pre-COVID numbers, and we're headed back towards that kind of count again. We also take in owner surrenders, and although they are by appointment, we don't discriminate. We don't have, behavioral reasons we won't take your pet or medical reasons like other groups may. We will take everyone. It's usually about 50-50 dogs and cats, and then we have little critters that come here, so a lot of rats, guinea pigs, rabbits, ferrets, things like that people don't always think about here. And we've had different kinds of birds that have come in as well. And then when we have stray livestock from our animal control unit, we will have livestock auctions here as well. I think with the big picture for us is that we only take in from Wake County. So everyone who's bringing a pet here either found them in Wake County or they have to live in Wake County to bring us their animals. So when you see that we're full and you see all the animals that are here, you're seeing our community issues. And that's where we need community partners and community support to help all of these animals. Because this is just a reflection of what the issues are in our community at that time. So we got the email during our management meeting, which was exciting because I got to share it with our senior management team, and they already have ideas of what to do, especially our veterinary team, having some additional medical equipment that could benefit the animals that are coming in, that we see that there's a need that we aren't really serving right now, and what could enhance the medical care that we're giving to them. So those are some of the things that we are looking at, items that could benefit so many animals that are coming to the center. A grant like this helps all of our animals, and it promotes the animals that are here and the services that we can provide to them, be it medical, be it sponsorship, heartworm treatment. There are so many needs that are in the facility that if we can provide to them, we can save those animals. And grants like this help address those needs as they come up. Pet ownership is phenomenal. They bring out a lot. They are icebreakers. You go someplace with a dog and you're gonna start talking to people. That's why, there's a lot of breweries that have patios that are dog friendly. You're gonna start making friends. You're gonna have something immediately in common. Same with cats. Obviously they're not going to breweries, but you have all of a sudden something in common with someone else that you may not have. They also give you, especially a lot of folks during COVID and senior folks that live alone, they give you companionship. They give you a reason to get up and do something every day. Dogs can be great motivators to go for a walk. Better than your gym buddy who might call out, your dog wants to go for a walk every day. And they just bring a lot to your life if your life is ready to have a pet, and making sure that that's a responsible decision because it is a lifelong commitment. So you're looking at 10 to 15 years. So plan ahead, make sure that the pet's gonna fit your lifestyle. We can counsel you, your veterinarian can counsel you. There's so many good guides, but there probably is a pet out there that's right for you. This is Mr. Peters. Mr. Peters is 13 now, and I adopted him in 2011 from the shelter. And, I think he's a great example of, everyone wants the puppies. They're cute, they're little, they're adorable. I got him as a 2-year-old dog, and he is the best dog in my house. So don't overlook your adult dogs because their personalities are developed. I mean, as soon as I met him, he's good with everybody, good with other animals, good with all the people. So don't always look for the cute little puppies. You know, the older dogs have a lot to offer too, and he was only 2, we think, at the time, but you know, they have a lot to offer. I think the biggest encouragement would be to know your lifestyle, know what kind of dog is gonna fit for you, and be honest about that. If you are not a walker and you are a couch potato, don't worry, we have couch potato dogs. If you are a runner and wanna go 5 miles a day, we have those too. And we can help you match to the right pet. Might not be the one you think you want, but it might be the better fit. So be honest about your lifestyle and then be open-minded and know that they take a little bit of time to, you know, chill out in a new home. If you would like to learn more about the Wake County Animal Center, the amazing animals we have here, the opportunities that we have to help us, please visit us at wake.gov/pets.
Since 2009, the Happy Trails program has turned thousands of Christmas trees into mulch for many of the trails in Wake County's parks. We encourage residents to recycle their Christmas trees by bringing them to one of the 8 convenient locations around the county for chipping. In 2022 alone, the Happy Trails program received 5,732 trees, which were turned into more than 102 tons of mulch.
So in the month of December, you use your Christmas tree, and then what? It could either go in a landfill, you can use it as a fish habitat for a pond, or you can bring it to one of the Wake County convenience centers or county parks where we'll chip it and it'll be mulched, and then we put it into the trail system, ultimately enhancing the environment.
If you would like to donate your tree to the Happy Trails program at the end of this year's holiday season, please remove all decorations and bring the tree to one of the 8 locations on your screen by Sunday, January 22nd. Each year between October and March, the Warmth for Wake program brings volunteers together who chop up firewood and deliver it to those who need it most all over the county. Weather permitting, volunteers meet every other Saturday throughout the winter to chop and deliver firewood. In addition to firewood delivery, Warmth for Wake also distributes new and gently used space heaters to residents in need. If you'd like to learn more about how you can help, please visit the website on your screen.
Get the timely and accurate information you need to stay safe if there's an emergency in your area. Sign up for Ready Wake alerts, and Wake County will send you important notifications by text, phone, or email, whichever way you choose. Whether it's severe weather, a missing person report, or a neighborhood evacuation, stay in the know with Ready Wake alerts. Learn more and sign up at readywake.com.
In November, Wake County broke ground on its first county park in 12 years. Here's a peek at the groundbreaking of Beech Bluff County Park.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Chris Snow. I am the Director of Parks, Recreation, and Open Space for Wake County. And this day has been a long time coming. Right, Joyce? Long time coming. We're going to hear from a couple of speakers today, and we're going to turn a little dirt, a little ceremonial groundbreaking. But before we get into that, I give you a little idea of what it took to get where we are right now. We bought our first piece of land out here in 2004. And we put together an assemblage. We're just over 300 acres out here right now. And of course, always looking to buy more land in the area and hook it to this park. But we are really excited to be here and to have you here for the groundbreaking for Beech Bluff County Park. Yay! So again, bought our first property in 2004, started planning in 2017, including a lot of public input. We had a lot of public meetings. The town of Fuquay helped us host the meetings up at the community center, very well attended, several hundred people over 3 meetings, and just got a lot of good feedback from the community, and that is what went into the plan for this park, which is on the boards behind you. It's available online if you want to take a look at it. But we did a master plan. The commissioners approved that. The Board of Commissioners approved that in 2019. And just about a month ago, has it been a month already? The commissioners approved us using $20 million of the 2018 Parks, Greenways, Recreation, and Open Space Bond to build this park. And so we have got our contractor under contract, and we are ready to do that. This will be our first park in a long time. The last county park that we opened was Green Hills. That was 2010. So it's been a little time for us to get here, but we are glad we are here today, and we are glad that you are here with us. I'm going to ask Commissioner Hutchinson to come up and say a few words.
Here we are. Good afternoon, Wake County. There are three things I know. One, we love our parks in Wake County, right? Number two, this is the first park in Wake County in over a decade to be built. And number three, we are all thrilled to be here, right? Yes. I'm Sig Hutchinson. I'm chair of the Wake County Commission, and on behalf of my commission, Vice Chair Shanika Thomas. Give it up, Shanika. Okay, there we are. Give it up, yeah, give it up. Commissioner Vicki Adamson. There we are. Commissioner Susan Evans. We bring welcomes and true appreciation for this amazing historic day that we're here to celebrate. Now, there are a lot of very strong dignitaries and leaders here that deserve to be recognized, but let's give it up for our staff, all the great things that they do for our Wake County staff, our park staff, Tim, Chris Snow, and all these other folks. Also, there's other people here that deserve to be recognized. The OSAPAC crowd, which is our Open Space and Parks Advisory Committee, with their chair, Robert Henson. Let's give it up for those folks. And also, it also deserves to be said that the Adams family is here, which really owns this farm, or did own this farm, right? Yeah, so this is over 300 acres of farm that is going to become a brand new, amazing park right here in Wake County. But we're so proud and pleased that the family saw the significance of this, because we know that these parks are all done through voluntary acquisition. So we have to have families who are willing to step up and be able to provide their land to be able to make this happen. So if y'all could just stand up and let us all recognize the Adam family for making this happen, that's fantastic. All right, that's great. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. All right, so you all know that this was done as a result of the bond campaign and referendum, Parks, Open Space, and Greenways bond in 2018 for $120 million. That's some serious Gita now, I'm telling you. That's cash. And not only did we put that on the ballot, but it passed by over 68%. 68% of the voters, which is amazing. I mean, you can't get 68% of the people in Wake County to agree that today is Tuesday, so there you go. So from that standpoint, this exceeded our wildest dreams in terms of what we're going to be able to accomplish here with this park. Now, just so you know, this is going to have a strong agricultural base, so you'll be able to come out here and grow new food. And there's nothing that brings people together like food. And, here in Wake County, to be able to grow our own food, to be able to share our own food, to be able to eat our own food like a big old tomato sandwich, with mayonnaise on it, Duke's mayonnaise. God almighty. Holy cow, don't get no better than that. Well, and the park is going to be amazing. It's going to have green stormwater infrastructure, rain harvesting, geothermal wells, solar panels, recyclable materials, public art, playgrounds, and a canopy walk so people can truly understand what an amazing place we call Wake County. It is such a pride and joy for our residents, particularly right here near Fuquay Arena, which is needed a park, which is why staff and Chris identified this land as something that we we definitely wanted to do right here in Wake County. Now, many of you may not know, I've got 6 days left in office. 6 years, oh please. 6 days left in office after 8 years as a commissioner, and so this has been a real joy and an honor, and something that I've truly championed over my last 8 years and before that, for open space parks and greenways. This park, which we'll be turning the shovel on today, will open in 2024 and will truly be a beacon of what Wake County stands for, and the flora and fauna, which is truly unique right here in Wake County. So from that standpoint, thank you so much. Staff, Chris, thank you for all that you've done. Let's give it up one more time for the park. Be sure and get yourself a cookie on the way out, too. That's great. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you, Chair Hutchinson. You can also get hot chocolate, too. It's in the back. It's pretty tasty, too. So next, I would like to welcome Ashley Jacobs, who is our Deputy County Manager, and have her say a few words.
Thank you. So I'm Ashley Jacobs. I'm one of our deputy county managers. I'm obviously filling in for David Ellis, our county manager, and he's about a foot taller than I am too, so you would have had to adjust the microphone anyway. So we wouldn't be here today if it weren't for the hard work of many people, and I'd like to recognize them. First, the Wake County Board of Commissioners for their commitment to preserving open space and expanding access to parks and preserves. Thank you for your continued support of Wake County parks, recreation, and open space. We'd also like to recognize our landscape architect and site designer, Surface 678, our architect in situ studio, our structural engineer, Lesot and Associates, our civil engineer, the Wooten Company, our plumbing, mechanical, and electrical engineer, Sigma Engineered Solutions, our environmental consultant, Biohabitats, our agricultural consultant, Community Food Labs, and our contractor, Bar Construction Company. We also want to acknowledge the Wake County Facilities Design and Construction Team. Thanks goes out as well to our General Administration Services staff and Wake County Parks, Recreation, and Open Space Administration and staff for their outstanding work to make this day possible. And finally, I'd like to recognize members of the Adams family. They and their ancestors have been stewards of this land since the mid-1700s. Thank you. I hope you take pride in the fact that your family's land will provide joy to Wake County residents and visitors for years to come. As the chair said, this is an exciting day for all Wake County residents, and especially those who live here in southeastern Wake County. As Wake County continues to grow, so does the demand for park and recreational facilities. That became abundantly clear during the pandemic when residents flocked to our parks and preserves for exercise and escape during such a difficult time. All of our parks saw the visitation spike, and some even had their numbers double. Unfortunately, our residents in the southeast part of the county had to travel a little further to reach a Wake County park or preserve, and that's something we're remedying today. When complete, this 300-acre park will offer trails, including a canopy walk through the treetops, community gardens, playgrounds, picnic shelters, a wildlife viewing platform, classrooms, and much more. Public art is included in the park's design, as well as renewable energy sources such as solar panels and geothermal energy to help power the lights and heat and cool buildings. This marks the first time the county has combined all three in a single project. It's very exciting. Before I hand it back over to Chris, I'd like to say one more thank you, and that's to our residents. In addition to voting to approve the 2018 bond that is funding this park, residents played an active role in the planning process. They came out to community meetings, participated in interactive sessions, and provided valuable feedback that our team used to create the master plan. I'm looking forward to many of them joining us when we return here in 2024 to officially cut the ribbon and celebrate the opening of Beech Bluff County Park. Thank you.
"2024 sounds like a really long time away, but it's really, really not. It will be here before you know it. That concludes our speakers. We're going to have a little ceremonial dirt turning right now. And so SIG commissioners will start and have others join us.
1, 2, 3.
Since 2009, the Happy Trails program has turned thousands of Christmas trees into mulch for many of the trails in Wake County's parks. We encourage residents to recycle their Christmas trees by bringing them to one of the 8 convenient locations around the county for chipping. In 2022 alone, the Happy Trails program received 5,732 trees, which were turned into more than 102 tons of mulch.
So in the month of December, you use your Christmas tree, and then what? You can either go in a landfill, you can use it as a fish habitat for a pond, or you can bring it to one of the Wake County convenience centers or county parks where we'll chip it and it'll be mulched, and then we put it into the trail system, ultimately enhancing the environment.
If you would like to donate your tree to the Happy Trails program at the end of this year's holiday season, please remove all decorations and bring the tree to one of the 8 locations on your screen by Sunday, January 22nd. Each year between October and March, the Warmth for Wake program brings volunteers together who chop up firewood and deliver it to those who need it most, all over the county. Weather permitting, volunteers meet every other Saturday throughout the winter to chop and deliver firewood. In addition to firewood delivery, Warmth for Wake also distributes new and gently used space heaters to residents in need. If you'd like to learn more about how you can help, please visit the website on your screen.
Get the timely and accurate information you need to stay safe if there's an emergency in your area. Sign up for Ready Wake alerts, and Wake County will send you important notifications by text, phone, or email, whichever way you choose. Whether it's severe weather, a missing person report, or a neighborhood evacuation, stay in the know with Ready Wake alerts. Learn more and sign up at readywake.com.
Hi, and welcome back to WakeTV. We're here today with Mallory DeLuca, Deputy Director of Professional Development for Wake County EMS, to talk about the recent graduating class. Mallory, thanks for joining us today.
Sure, glad to be here.
So, like I said, we recently celebrated our most recent graduating class from the EMS Academy. Tell us a little bit about that ceremony, what took place, what it meant to the team.
Absolutely. So we were super proud of this team in particular. This was our 38th graduation for our recruits, and this group in particular was our largest one we've ever had. So there were 52 graduates, and we're just super impressed by all their efforts to get through the academy. And we had that graduation at Fletcher because of the size of it, and we were just so happy to have the ability to get together and really celebrate their accomplishments.
And so I know part of that ceremony, they get pinned by their family or friends. What does that mean to a new graduate?
We really like to give them that opportunity to include their family and friends that were so supportive throughout the entire academy. It means a lot to them, and it means a lot to us to be able to see sort of the other side and have like a personal touch to their ceremony. And so they always seem to enjoy that part the most.
That's great. And so you said this was the largest class. What else makes this group special or sets them apart?
So this group in particular, they have gone through the process probably quicker than any other group we've seen come through. They were very hardworking. Everything we threw at them, they took it and ran with it, and so we really appreciate their efforts. And to date, they have 42 out of the 52 graduates have already gone through the release to practice process, which means that not only did they finish all the didactic and the lecture, they also finished all of their simulations and have already sat with our medical director to be fully released providers in the system.
That's great.
Yeah, it really is.
And so we know that EMS systems across the country are facing a staffing shortage. How does this help us here in Wake County?
This has been huge for us, and it is not just a training thing that we completely did on our own. It took a group of everybody from our field training officers in the field to instructors that came in and helped out with our academy, and even the recruitment that we did beforehand just to get all these folks in and sort of show them what it meant to be a paramedic, EMT, or AEMT in Wake County. And so it was really a group effort to get everyone here, and we're just so proud of everyone's effort and really happy to see all this come to fruition.
So it's exciting that they've already hit the ground running. How are they being received?
So in the field, obviously providers are happy to have new employees alongside them. In particular, over the last couple of years since COVID, there have been some shortages and our call volume has just really gone through the roof. And so it's always nice to see new faces come in, someone else to help carry the load, and they have been right there ready to go. They've been very eager to get into the field, and so obviously they've been received very well.
So you mentioned recruitment, and we know the next class of future graduates is already going through the process. What else is EMS doing to recruit the class after that and after that?
Yes, so we have already started another academy, which is almost as large as this academy, so we're super happy about that. But just lots of initiatives and getting our name out there, and we have had an increase in our pay, and that seems to be helpful, but also just showing people what it means to be part of Team Wake and being able to really see that people can find a home here. We're really trying to be diverse and inclusive with our hiring processes and making sure we reach folks that may not have normally considered having a job or an opportunity in EMS. So we're really trying to cast a large net and make sure that people know more about Wake County and EMS specifically. And so we've really enjoyed the folks that's brought in that maybe we wouldn't have normally seen previously.
Wake County is a great place to work.
It is.
So is Wake County EMS. So if anyone is interested in a possible career with y'all, how would they find out more information?
They could start by going to wake.gov/EMS and find lots of information there, and certainly reach out to any contacts they may find.
Great. Well, thank you for joining us and talking about the program.
Absolutely, anytime.
Since 2009, the Happy Trails program has turned thousands of Christmas trees into mulch for many of the trails in Wake County's parks. We encourage residents to recycle their Christmas trees by bringing them to one of the 8 convenient locations around the county for chipping. In 2022 alone, the Happy Trails program received 5,732 trees, which were turned into more than 102 tons of mulch.
So in the month of December, you use your Christmas tree, and then what? You can either go in the landfill, you can use it as a fish habitat for a pond, or you can bring it to one of the Wake County convenience centers or county parks where we'll chip it and it'll be mulched, and then we put it into the trail system, ultimately enhancing the environment.
If you would like to donate your tree to the Happy Trails program at the end of this year's holiday season, please remove all decorations and bring the tree to one of the 8 locations on your screen by Sunday, January 22nd. Each year between October and March, the Warmth for Wake program brings volunteers together who chop up firewood and deliver it to those who need it most all over the county. Weather permitting, volunteers meet every other Saturday throughout the winter to chop and deliver firewood. In addition to firewood delivery, Warmth for Wake also distributes new and gently used space heaters to residents in need. If you'd like to learn more about how you can help, please visit the website on your screen.
That's all for this episode of Wake TV. Keep up with all the latest Wake County news by visiting us online at wakegov.com/news, and be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube so you can always stay in the loop. We'll see you next time.